Hi there, my name is Tania Ingram and I'm the author of Walls, which has been beautifully illustrated by Ruth-Mary Smith. And I thought I'd take a couple of minutes today to tell you a bit about the story behind the book and where I came up with the idea for this story. So the idea for Walls came to me back when Donald Trump was still the President of the United States. And at that time there was a lot of talk on the news and the internet about the proposed border wall, which was a wall that Trump was proposing be built to divide Mexico from the US and stop immigrants from crossing over illegally into the US. And I did some research and I found out that there's already parts of the wall have already been built. Some of the wall was built as early back in the early 1900s, and prior to that there was even some barbed wire fence areas which were to stop cattle rustling apparently, so I didn't know that. But the wall that Donald Trump was proposing to be built, he was proposing these large long sections that would cut through these really fragile ecosystems and national parks. And there are a lot of environmentalists coming forward saying that this wasn't a good idea, that it was going to have an impact, it could cause flooding in some areas, it would impact the flora, it would impact the fauna. Particularly the fauna would be impacted by the fact they wouldn't be able to cross over to the other side. They might not be able to reach watering holes or feeding grounds or breeding grounds. And there's a lot of endangered animals in certain areas that they were proposing to build the wall. And the same goes with the flora, is that the plant life is dependent on the animals from being able to cross over and eat the plants, keep the plant numbers down, or alternatively carry seeds in their droppings for certain areas for the plants to flourish. So that was the rough idea. When I heard about this, I thought it would be really interesting to write a story where you had two characters, one that lived on either side of the book, that were a bit suspicious of each other, and they decided to build walls to keep them safe from the other side. But in building the walls, they're so single-minded about their agenda that they no longer see the environmental impact the walls are making, in this case on the book. So that's the story behind Walls. I hope you read it and enjoy it, and happy reading.